We are JackisTrash. We carry the torch. We fight off the lag. We honor his course.
Welcome back to another tournament of Ender Challenge. My name is Objection and we are going back down to the course once again to see 20 competitors go through the 4-stage obstacle course. Last time we had a record-tying 30 competitors, and although 9 were able to get through stage 1, no one was able to complete the vertical limit on stage 3. But with a new field, eager to take on the course once again, will we see any further progress on the 3rd stage? We're gonna get the ball rolling right now. But first, let's grace about the changes on the course. First is a new obstacle, the honey hill. Gotta be careful not to get stuck on those blocks of honey. Jungle Boogie has been slightly shifted, a new tree there. Then switchback is bamboo now, and later in the course. So, will our competitors be able to keep up the energy? Up first, in his usual position, is Homeboi. Known for his struggles on the 1st stage, has competed plenty of times, but has had no such luck. I believe the furthest he's gotten is the final obstacle, but that's a long way from where he just failed the first jump. Unfortunate. Then we have KalobPlayz, still in his Power Ranger metamorphosis. He has only ever missed tournaments 1 and 2, is our most experienced competitor, but still has yet to make it to the end of the stage that he is currently on. Caleb does make the dismount on the honey hill, will be the first of the day to take on the Ankh Cross. A very deadly obstacle, especially for an obstacle 2. Caleb gets caught up on the middle piece of the Ankh and will fall early once again. Competing for his 2nd time is TopazNeo. One of our international competitors, if you could believe it, lives in Australia. Now, he does have the supersonic outfit, but you're gonna need a little bit more than Chaos Emeralds to get to the end. So far so good though, taking the sideways approach on the honey hill so as to not get stuck. The Ankh Cross, we just saw Caleb fail there, but able to get through it. Now onto the puzzle block. This was way later in the stage the last we saw it, but Topaz, rejuvenated, moving quickly through the Jungle Boogie, and now looking at the jumping Sidewinder. Going quickly, 32 seconds onto the gravestones, it seems. Going quickly, but no! He runs off the first gravestone, and a great run comes to an end. Celebrating his 10th appearance on the course is BowlMiner. Though he's been in a bit of a rut, all things considered, on this 1st stage, he hasn't cleared since Tournament 11. Bears repeating, would love to see him back, but his inconsistency is something to note. Taking an odd approach on the honey hill, backing up. That will cost him a little bit of time, but BowlMiner, I know he can make it up. He's been somewhat quick in his career, but he is not good at the puzzle block, has never beat this, and that streak of failure will continue for BowlMiner. Tough luck. Now at number 5 is a newcomer, I believe the first of the tournament, BarryBlanket, also known as Blank, also known as the worker of meme. I hope Barry's not his real name, you know? It's not really wise to put your real name in your gamer tag. Which reminds me, Jacari's real name is...
What?
Anyway, as I was saying that, Blank getting up the honey hill and onto the Ankh Cross. Getting around the bend, and Meme on the edge of that honey block knows how to move here, despite this being his rookie efforts. getting stuck in the ice, but only for a moment. Getting on to the Jungle Boogie now. I would like to see him go a hair faster, but 30 seconds is still a serviceable pace if he can bring it back. But maybe that doesn't matter. Blank trying to get around that Sidewinder pillar. But he jumps too early, going from pillar to pillar. And Barry's first ever performance on this course will end tragically. I believe another newcomer on Ender Challenge. This is LeoLmao, another person from the Star Challenge circle of people, if you want to call it that. But LeoLmao, gets caught up on the honey there, doing the BowlMiner technique of backing up to get a jump. Whatever works, works, but he is coughing up quite a bit of time while climbing up the dismount platform. Okay, that was a big time sink, but LeoLmao, he's got to move here. 42 seconds onto the puzzle block is not ideal. And he is slowly negotiating that honey. Not what I wanted to see, but hey, he is getting through it, and I can't knock him for that. But I can knock him for that one, though. A bit of a blunder on the Jungle Boogie. Back again is ShinyPepper. Competed in the last tournament. This is his sophomore Ender Challenge run. I don't even know, but he is known for hosting a myriad of Minecraft game shows, if memory serves correctly. Seen him about, but I don't know if he's necessarily known for his Minecraft ninja skills. Yeah, he's getting caught up quite a bit on that honey. Sheesh. Dust off the shoes or get a better jump on that onk so as to not undershoot it, as ShinyPepper just did. That's unfortunate. But here's someone who's been in the game way longer. PaulPlayz is coming off his comeback appearance in Tournament 16, which, bear in mind, his last appearance before then was in Tournament 8. That was also the last time we saw him on stage 2, so could it be that we could see a PaulPlayz comeback? He was pretty close. Fell on the final jump of the stage, so, you know, it's in the back of his mind, to say the least. Paul, he's moving quickly so far, faster than the competitors that have preceded him. And going efficient on the Jungle Boogie, as Jacari on the sidelines cheers him on, quickly setting himself across the jumping Sidewinder. No one has beat the gravestone so far, but Paul may be the first. And with 25 seconds, if he can just keep up the throttle, this could be it. Going around and on top, Paul, this is his nemesis, the rotation climb, and he's showing no signs of slowing down. Paul up to the very top to not risk it for the biscuit, and PaulPlayz, after so long, is our first clear of the day, and quite possibly the longest gap between clears in Ender Challenge history. Great to see, but here's another competitor celebrating his 10th appearance on the course, though his attendance has similarly been a bit spotty. StatixLime. Now, the last time I believe he cleared was in, Tournament 11? And he is going a little squirrely on the Honey Hill. But no matter. He isn't wasting too much time, I think. Though he is spending a little bit of time getting up that ramp as I say it. Anywho, StatixLime around the on-cross, but gets an extra jump and can't recorrect. StatixLime, a remarkably early exit. And that's something he must die for. Our 10th competitor of the day, marking the halfway point, is MisterzLlama. He's competed 4 times before, but has yet to clear stage 1, though he has gotten deep before. Would love to see him rack up his first clear. We know it can be done, as we saw with Paul, but it's just about doing it. No other way to do it but to do it. The Ankh Cross, one of the deadlier early obstacles. Now, Llama, so far so good, across the slime. And moving about the Jungle Boogie now. Nice, going to the side, not doing a 3-block 1-up, not risking it too hard, but keeping the pace up pretty nicely. This jumping sidewinder, only one has failed, and MisterzLlama will not be number 2. But the gravestones, he runs off the second one, just tried to get a super late jump, but too little too late for MisterzLlama. That buzzer will have to wait. Competing for a mind-boggling 12th time is JacariTheMC, another competitor who's looking to get another shot, another crack at the second stage. Now, he's had a bit of issues with this new era stage 1, failed on the rotation climb and then the jungle boogie in the last tournament. But Jacari, if there's something on his side, it's consistency. He really knows how to get through the obstacles. It's just about the clock, I feel like. He's had issues with it in the past. But anywho, he is on to the jungle boogie, his nemesis. That Neo, no problem. This was where he failed. Doesn't opt for the 3-block 1-up. Smart moves from Jacari. And we get a look at him on the jumping sidewinder. His first time attempting it, I believe, but no problemo. The gravestones can't overlook it, and he's pausing in between them, but look at the clock, 15 seconds, don't knock on wood. He's gotta move. We don't want a repeat of tournament 15. 7 seconds climbing up. Will it be enough? Oh, a perfect climb up from Jacari, and he will be the second clear of the day. 2 seconds. He really brought it back. Way to put your foot on the gas, Jacari. This will be his 9th time. Moving on to stage 2. Up next now is JasonDaWorst. This is also his second appearance. Where'd that baby come from? Don't tell me Jason's a father. Well, okay, Jason was really close to clearing stage 1 in the last tournament, fell on the rotation climb. So, you know, don't leave that stone unturned. No, Jason falling earlier than we may have expected. Wow. Speaking of people who are looking for redemption, TacMeister timed out a 1/4 of a second away from the buzzer. That is about as close as you can get without actually doing it. And that was his first appearance, so can he make it true in his second appearance? 2 to make it true, as I always said. I never said that, but TacMeister does get past the Ankh Cross, is not the worst at that obstacle. The puzzle block, nothing to write home about there. That's about how you want to do it. That's the strategy I recommend, so to speak. The jungle boogie, he really blends in with the mangrove. Okay, don't get lost in the sauce though, TacMeister. He's moving at an okay pace, I will say. Though, I would like to see him speed up a little bit, just to leave himself a little bit of wiggle room, but he undershoots the 3rd gravestone. The gravestones proving to be an ever-present choke point on this stage. Another competitor on his second appearance is someone I don't think any of us expected to... come on, Corey, really? Why do you gotta insert yourself into everything? This is Hectallium's moment to shine. Well, Hectallium moving really quickly through the Honey Hill. I didn't think he would be the guy to move that quickly up that. But yeah, Hectallium was an unlikely star of the last tournament. Was able to clear stage 1, really surprising us all. But Hectallium, can he keep the ball rolling on his second effort here? Around the tree. Yeah, he's moving really fast, but maybe too fast for his own good. Hectallium slips off the last part of the jungle boogie. That's a shame. Making his 8th appearance on the course is Brainish, now a little bit more well known as Cam38. Oh, we just saw an assassination of JackisTrash there. Well, anyway, he's always been one of the more successful competitors on the course, though he hasn't made it to stage 3 since tournament 12, but he comes up short of the dismount on the Honey Hill. And Brainish Wow, what an upset! We did just see JackisTrash run into frame, and that's because it's his time to shine. This is his 12th appearance on the course. I believe if he clears, this will be his 10th ever Stage 1 clear, so talk about a landmark clear. Let's see if he can do it. Jack running down the honey hill, a bit of a risky endeavor, but he manages to make it work. Has been one of our most consistent competitors on the course, though he has had his various struggles with Stage 3, especially in the early half. But Jack, he doesn't have to worry about that right now. It's this Stage 1 that's in his sights. Moving about the jumping Sidewinder and doing some prerequisite jumps. The gravestones, you can't take these for granted though. These are tough, brutal choke points on this Stage 1. No one has failed the switchback yet, but Jack will not be the first. And with 15 seconds, this is an adequate amount of time, and he's racing up to rack up his 10th ever Stage 1 clear. Just barely hears the klaxon, but Jack, nonetheless, will be moving on. Let's see if he can avoid death. Actually able to compete this time around is FrogTheBuilder. Despite what Kori punching at the camera may tell you, yeah, he's just a third wheel between Frog and the course, I guess. And is that a pure vanilla cookie skin I see? Did Ender Challenge really get into a lawsuit with a bunch of Cookie Run fans? Anyway, Frog moving quickly so far. So far, so good. Can Frog get through the jungle boogie? It seems like that will, in fact, be the case. Here we go. The jumping Sidewinder. Nothing to write home about. The gravestones. Speeding through at the fastest pace we've seen so far, but gets caught up on the switchback and is the first victim of that obstacle today as let's not talk about what just happened there. In our final 3 runs now, Crushery, definitely I'd say the breakout star of the last tournament, got first place out of seemingly nowhere. That was his first ever Stage 1 clear too. Crazy stuff, but Crushery, with that all said and done, can Crushery keep up the momentum, maybe get back there? Or maybe beyond, I guess we'll find out, huh? While taking quite a few jumps to set up, he was looking like a bunny rabbit there. Okay, that was an interesting maneuver, was really trying to use the slime to momentum to the ice. Cost him a couple extra seconds, but Crushery doesn't seem to be in dire need of such. Getting around the pillars, and now we are getting a look at Crushery on these gravestones. Will not go down there. Speaking of, this was where Frog fell, taking it much more safely, and that will net him into the rotation climb. He's going around, up he goes, 10 seconds remains, but that will not be a problem for Crushery. With 6 seconds left, Crushery will be the 4th clear of the day, proving his last appearance was not a fluke. Oh man, do you really need to do that again? Well, our second to last run is KoriSneako, donning a very interesting attire that I will not mention by name. Kori, wow, getting caught up on the honey hill quite a bit, but much cleaner on the down section. Okay, Kori, Onk Cross in his sights, did just see Frog go down not too long ago.
What?
But I guess Kori's no stranger to having to pull the weight, which is very unlike the Star Challenge 8 dynamic. Wink, wink. Anyway, Kori getting through the jungle boogie in lightning quick fashion, not looking like a shadow of his former self at all. The jumping Sidewinder, if you remember way back when, he did fall on the Neo Sidewinder, which is a completely far removed obstacle. So who cares? Kori onto the switchback. So far so good. Does avenge Frog. And with 15 seconds, this does seem very attainable. He's just gotta remain consistent on the rotation climb, the klaxon will sound, but that will be irrelevant. Going to take all the time he needs to set up the final jump and move on to stage 2, and for his 7th time as well. Impressive numbers. Our final run on stage 1 is none other than the reigning grand champion, SwerveT. He's coming off a comeback run where he was able to make it to stage 3, though it was a little earlier than we may have thought. It was on the cliffhanger. So we know the kind of distance that Swerve can put up. I mean, we've seen it before. He did do it in Tournament 14 after all. And Swerve, moving super fast. He's always been known for being quite a speed demon on this course. It's very rare you won't see him take the top time. Swerve quickly around, taking an extra jump to set up, but not on that second one. The gravestones going full send, full throttle. Swerve, ooh, with reckless abandon. SwerveT sprinting through the switchback as well. That's a risky endeavor, but Swerve is looking to take that top time. He will not hear the klaxon, and with 18.5 seconds, Swerve will be the 6th clear of the day. So stage 2 has only had 2 tweaks. The salmon ladder, most of the head hitters have been removed, save for that last one. And then a returning obstacle being the Neo beams, which was the last obstacle in Tournament 15, but of course no one got there. But the real thing to look out for is that the time limit is the same 45-second time limit from before. And with one new obstacle, competitors are really gonna have to keep their heads in the game. Kicking off stage 2 is kind of the oddball here, PaulPlayz. And what can I say? He hasn't been here in a long time. So long that I think hell is frozen over. But PaulPlayz, no! He doesn't get a good enough sprint jump off that second transfer. And his return story will end early on stage 2. Up next, JacariTheMC. He's been here plenty of times before, but has seldom made it to stage 3, and this is not in his wheelhouse per se, because, you know, 45-second time limit and all that. First things first, the spider walk. Moving quickly through it, I gotta say. Final transfer? No, he runs off! Was close to getting to the end, but will fail the same obstacle that Paul did. But from someone who's made it to stage 3 3 times is someone who's made it there 7 times. JackisTrash, again, one of the most consistent competitors, and he does know how to go fast. Was one of 3 to make it to stage 3 in the last tournament. The only 3 of the new era, that's for sure. The spider walk, no one's beat yet, but Jack will be the first. And now, onto the easier salmon ladder. He did beat the harder version last time, but oh no! Oh, he falls all the way back down to the bottom. Good thing he had a bit of insurance, but that is gonna be tough on the clock. He's got a full send through the remainder of this stage 2. Wingnut Alley, all that remains, the klaxon sounds. Can he do it again? Running down the runway, and Jack is going back to stage 3 with 4.1 seconds to spare. A bit rocky on the salmon ladder, but he brought it back. Shows us how it's done. Speaking of people who've made it to stage 3 in the new era, here we have Crushery. Back here again, if you believe it, he does have a perfect stage 2 record. I mean, granted, take that with a pinch of salt because he's 1 for 1, but hey, 2 for 2, looking pretty nice. So let's see how this plays out. Crushery, up the salmon ladder. Again, did beat the harder version, so yep, there it is. Much cleaner than Jack 2. Now onto the Neo beams. And gets through it with room to spare, 15 seconds. Believe is a little bit better on time than Jack was, so can take his time here, really make sure the jumps go easy, and Crushery will also be going back to stage 3. What did I say? 2 for 2? That's the way to do it, Crushery. Welcome back. But someone who has yet to make it to the 3rd stage in the new era is KoriSneako. Has made it here in the past 2 tournaments, but has yet to get through the salmon ladder. But now that it's been made easier, maybe this could be a sign of things to come. Well, I believe he is further along than he has ever been with this version and makes it through the head hitter as well. 22 seconds, about half his time left. And there we have it, Wingnut Alley. Has never faced this version, but this shouldn't be an issue for Kori. Just gotta make these big jumps, the klaxon will sound, but it will not be a problem for KoriSneako. He will be going back to stage 3 for the first time since Ender Challenge 14. As Swerve, the final man up, celebrates alongside him. Well, knock on wood, our final guy on this 2nd stage, SwerveT, he put up the fastest time on stage 1, beating the klaxon. He was the only one to do so. Can he do it here as well? Quick turns, jumping where applicable, and Swerve quickly onto the salmon ladder, blazing up it. Wow! Head hitter. Incredible moves from Swerve. About half his time left, about even with Kori. But let's see, how will he handle the wingnuts? Failed this in tournament 13, full sending it. Wow! And Swerve is gonna beat the klaxon. 10.9 seconds left. Ordinarily wouldn't be too crazy, but on a 45-second stage 2, that's bonkers. So stage 3 has also had a couple of tweaks. The cliffhanger, as always, getting a few shifts with the ledges. Then the vertical limit has been made a smidge easier, I'd say. Chain cling, much bigger gaps, much to my dismay. We're gonna see if any of our 4 can potentially get a glance at the final stage. Up first though, JackisTrash has been here plenty of times before, but has consistently suffered misfortune at the hands of this early stage 3. He is moving good so far though. Hopefully this can be the time for JackisTrash. Going around this curtain cling. So far in the zone. And that will take him to the head hitter where he failed last time. Going to the very end, trying to one-tick it. Nicely done, this dismount. Yes, JackisTrash has only been to this point on stage 3 twice before. One of those times, though, he did beat the stage, though that was in tournament 9. It's a long time coming for JackisTrash. Let's see if he can follow through. A little dip down there. No problems. Being careful while going around this ladder and glass pane. Big transfer there, one more left to go. This took out our grand champion last time, but JackisTrash is able to get through it. The vertical limit now, this version, undefeated. Able to make that one tick, this wraparound though, so formidable. No! Clips the corner of the block. JackisTrash, unfortunate, but a deep run from him, nothing to scoff at. Jack in good company, shared by Crushery here, who was the only person to make it to the vertical limit in the last tournament. Could it be that he could get some redemption here? Well, he was accompanied by a stunt double on the sidelines, but it turns out that's just KoriSneako in disguise. Anywho, Crushery. No reason to sprint through this first obstacle. I mean, it is what it is. You have no time limit. Take as long as you need. And now he faces the Curtain Cling. This shouldn't be a problem for him. He did beat this en route to the vertical limit. Alright, another wraparound here. Can Crushery make it? No, he can't! Crushery falls on the second obstacle of stage 3! And that's something that the Ender Challenge gods do not approve of. Our second to last runner, potentially, of the night is KoriSneako. Accompanied by Frog on the sidelines. Hoping to see him go all the way this time around. He's put up plenty of good runs on this stage 3, but has yet to do it. Go all the way to the final stage, an honor that very few have been able to achieve. But Kori, through this first obstacle, the Curtain Cling, just saw, oh no, 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 no. There's no way we can show that on TV. We gotta bleep that one out. Yuck. Do you really have to do that in front of the kids? Okay. Well, let's wash that out of our minds. Going around the Curtain Cling, it's almost like he's done this before. And he is through. The head hitter now. Looking good here. I believe he has not attempted this since the easier version with the ladders, but is able to adapt to the new challenge. Looks like we have a pure vanilla LARPer on the side. Will that intervention help him get through this cliffhanger? First transfer, looking strong. And now, no need for a dip. He's just trusting the process. Kori, here we go. One more transfer left to go before he's on to the vertical limit. He's done it. And Kori staring down the vertical limit, which he's never beat in any form in his Ender Challenge career. He has gotten a glimpse of it in Ender Challenge 12, but not enough to get any substantial progress. Could Kori do it here? Makes the jump. Going around. So far, so good. That was where Jack failed. One more section left to go. Kori, can he do it? The head hitter. No, he runs off the ladder. Kori, no. Kori putting up the best run on this stage 3 we've seen tonight, but still, no dice. One competitor left, and it is our reigning grand champion, SwerveT. In a sense of deja vu, Swerve has worn these shoes before. He fell on the cliffhanger though. But could it be that Swerve is the guy we're looking for to get deeper into this stage 3? Or maybe beyond? That would be unthinkable, but Swerve, I mean, he's the only guy left in the tournament that can do it. Taking a little bit to set up that dismount, no matter. Alright, around the bends here on the Curtain Cling, one more jump and then the dismount. Straight into the head hitter, pulling no punches, sparing no expense, and gets to that dismount. Now, the cliffhanger. This was what did him in the last tournament. Has he done his homework here? Moving quickly through. You know there's no time limit, right, Swerve? Well, it doesn't seem to be phasing him. One more jump. This was where he failed in the last tournament. Will he right the wrong? Swerve. Taking a bathroom break. Sizing up the jump. Or could it be that Swerve is just doing some micro adjustments to really dial in that jump? Swerve, what's it gonna be? He's there! Swerve across the cliffhanger! And now, the vertical limit stands before him. We've seen 3 take on this obstacle in the past. Crushery, Jack, and Kori. But could Swerve do it? He's backing up, really trying to set up this head hitter. But the vine is impeding his movement. But Swerve arounds the 90-degree turn. One more section. Swerve gets the head hitter. That was where Kori failed. And the wrap! That was where Crushery failed in the last tournament. 3 more obstacles before SwerveT gets a shot at the final stage. This chain cling. A deceptively hard obstacle. But only 3 to worry about. And he's already on to the end rod climb. Could it be possible? Could this happen? SwerveT, the last end rod? No! But he misses the jump to the rest bar. And Ender Challenge 17 ends a hair's width away from the final obstacle of Stage 3. Ooh, a wide array of emotions, I'm sure, are coursing through everyone who's watching. 20 competitors competing, trying to get to the end, and we had quite the uptick in results. Overall, more success on the first and second stages, and Stage 3, our competitors really managed to make a dent in. The 3 to note definitely being Kori, Jack, and Swerve. Swerve in particular almost broke through to the final stage, but until they get another shot at the course, I have been Objection. This has been Ender Challenge 17.
Set up the cheese on the. Oh my god.
Oh.
It's okay.
Why'd you kill the new guy?
I missed Jack.
My course.
Oh
No!
Let's go. No.
I waited weeks for that.
That's awesome, isn't it?
At least it didn't fail the aunt cross.
Caleb,
We haven't had a puzzle block fail yet. There it is.
As you said that.
You were able to make it back to stage 2 for the first time in. I already forgot. What was it? A year and a half?
Yeah,
A year and a half. Dang, it's been that long?
2 years? You know, f it. You're back. Oh, I didn't turn off the timer.
Yo,
All right, that's blooper
yo.
reel. That's in the blooper reel. Get down, everybody.
Hey Caleb, it's morphin' time.
Yeah,
He's
it's more
already
fun. Rack is door.
Jack is.
Yeah.
Wait, why are we being silent? Like, he's not.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot he couldn't hear us.
Blah, blah, you suck, you suck, you're gonna fail, you're gonna fail, you're the You're Jack. Yeah, that's what you get, you stupid penguin.
Stupid.
Penguin hole.
I don't know.
Did he just leave and go to the restroom?
No, I think that was a just. I did this.
I just got shot. Hold on.
Anyways, I am glad to be here today on Ender Challenge. This was such a good result, and I love Ender Challenge so much, guys. I thank you for having me on this great event.
I got shot again, dude.
Oh my god, that's so perfect. Damn, she's like a trans Swerve.
The f Swerve. Yeah, why do you say that? It's fine.
Bro, come on.
Yeah, we might need to give her a distraction redo.
Why do you say that?
There's no way.
Distraction,
There's no way.
dog.
Do you have any idea how it is to be running and then suddenly have trans Swerve on your mind? Like, Swerve lock now.
That should be her new name in the broadcast.
No.
Shut
I like bears. I like flanks.
I like both.
Next time, another challenge 18.